my lord, did 320 deliver. I'll tell you what, all credit goes to Mark Zuckerberg because he visited him in his locker room. Dude, get the fuck out the locker room. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, bud? Because you stole Facebook from those two twins, you think you deserve to walk into Poton's fucking locker room? Get the fuck out of there. What are you doing for this big fight?
You seem to not like him a lot.
Nah, fuck that guy. He's pulled the wool over everybody's eyes. Like, oh, look, I'm on TRT. I do jiu-jitsu. I'm tough. Fuck off. Because you wear a white tee and a chain, and you start rolling around with people? Get the fuck out of here. But that's the marketing that he's going for. People like, he's actually a bro. Get the fuck out of here. Merab, Corey Sandhagen. Man, you guys know who I was going for in that. Corey's my boy. There's going to be no after party at Casa Bonita, unfortunately. Casa Bonita's for closers, okay? Love Corey. You could give him 1 or 2 rounds. You give him the first round for sure, maybe the fourth, but most judges only give him the first. 49-45 across the board. 49-46. So that's fair. That's fair. Merab's just so fucking good. So good. Is he the best bantamweight of all time, Chin?
Right now, of course, but
And then he wants to fight in December. Be his 4th title defense in a calendar year. They should absolutely do it. That's what you want from your champs. But who's he fight? Who's he fight? Now, if he's cut from the old school, those guys, that's the difference between with him and Dom. Like, back in the day, there wasn't a lot of guys that would jump weight classes. They would stay and just get these title defenses, and build it up. For Merab, and again, it's not my doing. This is just what I think. It's the formula that the UFC uses now to get mega fights, to get major eyeballs. They do these super fights. It just is what it is. Alex going to heavyweight, you're going to get that. Obviously, Islam Makhachev going to welterweight. Needed Pereira talking about going up, right? That's because those are the big money grabs and those are the big fights everyone wants to watch. For Merab, there's not a lot left for him. Song Yadong, nobody's watching that. And he beats the brakes of him. Figueiredo's knees in fucking shambles. He beat Corey. He beat Peter already. He beat Umar. He beat Suga. There's not, if anyone's cleared out the division, it's that guy. So what do you do? What do you do? The only thing that makes sense is Volkanovski. Do a super fight with Volkanovski. It's a phenomenal fucking fight. Pantoja gets Joshua Van, right?
Oh, yeah, he does.
Volkanovski wants Leon Murphy. Again, if you're the UFC, you're signing this huge deal with Paramount. So that first Paramount cards, they say is going to be one of the best cards ever. And then you have the White House card. Well, what would draw more eyeballs than a Merab Volkanovski fight? Because Pantoja Merab, that's a phenomenal fight. The hardcores are like, dude, take my fucking money. I'm just talking about for Paramount. Remember, assume 80% of the audience doesn't know who the fuck Pantoja is. They'll know Volkanovski. They might know Merab, but they'll definitely know Volkanovski. So if I'm the UFC, whether it's that first Paramount card or it's the White House card, I'm doing Merab Volkanovski. That's what's next for Merab. There's not a ton there for him. There's just not a lot there. He's beat all the main contenders. He's one of those guys that could leave and then come back too, Mm-hmm. So Merab Volkanovski is the fight I would do to really knock people's socks off. When you talk about putting the best fight card on ever, that would do it. Now he beats Volkanovski. It's going to be tough to argue that he's not the best ever. Ever. Who would you have in that fight?
I was going to ask you the same question.
With Alex and Ankalaev, my God. Boy, is the UFC brass celebrating today. Because Alex is their biggest star, hands down, not even close. If we were to lose to Ankalaev, who's unmarketable, just no one here gives a fuck about him. And people are like, dude, you're thinking about only the States. Correct. Maybe elsewhere he's marketable. Here, it's just not happening. It's not happening. Alex, it's happening. The UFC needed him to win so bad, and you'll never see a trilogy. All those the Daggies or wherever the fuck. If you're an Ankalaev fan, you're like, well, it's 1-1 now. Well, the first one went to decision. Alex was compromised. Look what he did. You don't get a trilogy fight when you get fucking mollywopped. I mean, this was even a competition. The last time, I'm trying to think, in a championship fight, you saw a guy just get absolutely outclassed. Jon Jones, Cyril Gane. We're like, oh, I never want to see that shit again. That's what this is. You're like, oh my God, that was a fucking annihilation. They're not in the same fucking ballpark. Yeah, but Ankalaev won the first one. Okay, kind of. Yeah, Alex, he's done with all this. He's done with it. He's going to heavyweight. He'll be on the Paramount card or the White House card. I think he's on the White House card. Here's where it gets tricky. And obviously UFC, they have some time before these cards, but you have Cyril Gane and Tom Aspinall fighting soon. What, like 2 weeks?
It's October 21st or something?
Yeah, so 2 weeks. If in some weird world Cyril pulls that off, you're getting Cyril Gane Alex, which is a great fight for Alex. The thing I get held up on is Tom. There couldn't be a worse matchup for Poatan than Tom. There couldn't be a worse matchup. With his grappling capabilities, big, powerful, it's just a bit of a nightmare. If you're a Poatan fan, this is insane that's coming out of my mouth. You like his chances better against Jon, the GOAT. You like your chance. He's older, hasn't been as, Tom's in his prime, man, and he can grapple his ass off, and he's fucking big.
Yeah.
Jon's big, but at least Jon was naturally a 205er. You like, if you're a Poatan fan, you want to see him do the unthinkable, the unimaginable, you want him to fight Jon. UFC knows this. Listen, if my dumbass is telling you this, trust me, the UFC knows this. And UFC is going to do what's good for the UFC, not what's good for Tom. So I could see them doing that. Now, if Tom starches Gane, it's almost going to force the hand where you can't just leapfrog Tom and put Jon versus Poatan. It's going to force the UFC to do Tom versus Poatan. And Poatan just has this, you can't count him out. You can't count him out. We'd all tune in. Even if he loses that one, it's like, okay. Again, it's not boxing. Okay. So you shot for the moon. You're still fucking legend, dude. Like, even if he gets submitted by Aspinall, all good. But if this is like a decision, if he were to lose it, for sure he's not fighting Poatan. But if it's a decision, if it's back and forth, if he doesn't look impressive, Potan's going to leapfrog Tom, even if he wins. But if it's not impressive, he's going to leapfrog him and then do Jon versus Poatan at the White House. I would almost guarantee it.